The ball in open spaces with room to run. After the fake, Smith and Kelsey got lit up as the ball arrived. Josh Norman there, and now Kelsey applauding the hit by.
Hey yo, what is up everybody? It's B. Milton. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host here on the Redskins review. And you guys, first things first, I apologize for not making a video about the Redskins-Chiefs Monday Night Football game sooner. But just to be honest with you guys, I was pissed, man. I was pretty pissed off about this game and how it ended. I honestly feel like we outplayed the Chiefs. I honestly feel like we could have beat the Chiefs. I feel like we were the better team that night. If Josh Doctson holds on to one fucking catch, that's game over. That's straight up game over. And everyone knows the motto, man. Everyone knows. Don't put yourself in the position to let referees win or lose you a game. Don't do it. But my God, there were some bad penalties in this game. The Chiefs straight up had. It seemed like every single one of our penalties was on third down and gave the Chiefs a first down and kept their drives alive. The one we had on the goal line, and we stopped them on third down, they would have kicked the field goal. They ended up getting another third down try, and they get a touchdown out of it. Like, I'll get into the penalties, later, but the video that I put up the other day of Kirk Cousins basically just straight up putting the team on his back, coming down the field, throwing an absolute perfect, the ball could not have been any more perfect, touchdown pass to Doctson. I put that video up there not because obviously everyone knows I enjoy Kirk Cousins. I mean, Kirk Cousins is the quarterback of my football team, and he is a damn good quarterback, all right? So it shouldn't be mind-blowing to people that I enjoy Kirk Cousins. I like the guy. He's a good player on my favorite football team. So, of course, I'm going to like the dude. So, I mean, it just, I don't understand how people don't wrap their heads around that. Like I just defend the guy all the time. I put that video on Facebook or on YouTube just to show that this is a team game, man. Not every single game is Kirk Cousins gonna straight up, put the team on his back to win the game. Not every game he's gonna do that. But God damn it, how many times does it take for you to see him do that? Like I just put on YouTube of him walking us down the field to throw the perfect touchdown pass on a Monday night game. Now down the road, all the Kirk Cousins haters are gonna say, "Oh, the dude doesn't show up in big time games. He's like 0-8 on Monday night or something like that." Man, he just did everything he could to win that fucking game, and we lost. It's a team game, man. So every single week he's the one just getting the blame. Everyone's, oh, get rid of Kirk Cousins. Oh, Gruden's trash. Now, see, after a couple days, like I said, I was straight up pissed about this game. I was straight up pissed. I feel like we did everything we could to win that game. We put maximum effort out there on that field to win, and we had a few bad calls go our way, and yeah, we just didn't come up with it. Josh Doctson didn't hold on to the touchdown catch, but over the past couple days, I've come to realization, and I've been thinking about the game a lot, and just thinking about watching the Redskins in general, and I know I'm going to probably get some shit for saying this, but if you go back and you rewatch that Monday Night Football game, the Redskins versus the Chiefs, that was like a straight-up playoff game. And I know people are going to be like, oh, it's a play. You're talking about playoffs, or you're talking about how that game was like a playoff game. You're just saying that because you don't know what it's like to be in the playoffs because the Redskins haven't been in the playoffs for a long time. I know that people are going to come out the woodworks and try to say some shit like that, and that's not what I mean. I mean, if you go back and you watch that Monday Night Football game, that was two of the best teams in the NFL going up against each other. Each team gave maximum effort. Each team came out there to show every single other team in the NFL, hey, we're the fucking best. And you're not going to be able to think twice about it. Both those football teams came out there and played inspired football. Those teams wanted to win and to do anything they could to win. There was no plays that they took off. There was no plays. I watch a lot of football games, man. I watch at least 3 on Sunday, Monday night, and Thursday night game. I watch at least 5 games, mostly, or probably I watch about 5 games. Sometimes I'll skip a game or 2, but I watch like 5 games of football each week. And I've seen a lot of football already in this 4-week span, and that was a hell of a goddamn game. That was one of the best games of the year so far. Both those teams came out and were highly skilled, played to the top that they could skill wise. Penalties were still there, but for the most part, both teams were disciplined. They played inspired football, and I saw reports that before the game, they were out when both teams were warming up on the field. They were already out there jawing to each other, arguing, shit talking. They knew what this game meant. Yeah, there's not playoff implications. One team's not making the playoffs over the other, whoever wins or loses, but they both know who they were. They both knew they were some of the best teams in the league, and they were on Monday Night Football, wanted to show the entire world what they're made of. And it was a goddamn awesome game to watch. Even though the result I'm still pissed off about. A while back, I've said this. Us as Redskins fans, we've been overlooking certain things. We've been not appreciating this football team. For as long as I can remember, we have not had good offensive line play. And this is what I said in one of my past videos. After we've gotten Scherf and Morgan Moses have come along, we've had really good to really good offensive line play. And I feel like us as Redskins fans, we're kind of taking it for granted. Like, we're not realizing how good the offensive line has been for us. And I've said that in one of my past videos, and now I need to say this. Even though we lost this Monday Night Football game, us as Redskins fans, we need to sit back and, sure, some people might say, oh, this is a loser's mentality or whatever, but man, we've watched the past couple years that we've had Jay Gruden and Kirk Cousins leading this football team. We have seen some goddamn awesome football. Inspired football. That's what we saw Monday night, was our guys going out there and left everything out there to win that goddamn game. People were getting injured. Half our defense was injured and coming back on the field. They gave maximum effort, man, and I cannot be upset. I cannot be angry. It's just a game, and of course we would love to win all the time and everything, but man, we have been seeing some goddamn exciting football. Our team competes now. Do you understand? And this is the best way I can describe it to you. I was watching the football game with my dad, right? And when we were up 10-0, we let the Chiefs come back, and they scored a second touchdown, and they went up 14-10, right? As soon as that happened, you know what my dad said? Oh man, here are these son of a bitches. They're gonna come back and let them win the game. And my dad's just being pessimistic or whatever, and he's just like, man, I knew these son of a bitches were gonna let them come back and win. I knew they were gonna do that. That's what my dad said, right? And growing up, my entire goddamn life of watching Redskins football, if we were in the second half of the game and we had a 10-0 lead and the team came back and they scored 14 and they went up 14-10, that's it. Game over. Game over. We lost. We're not coming back. We're not fighting. We're not competing. Game over. And that's not what we saw. That's not what we saw Monday Night Football. What happens? 2017 Redskins. Next drive, we get the ball back. Kirk Cousins throws a pass to Vernon Davis, and he runs 70 yards with it. We're down there in the red zone in like one play. Our guys are responding. Our guys are fighting, man. This is a different team. Even though we have a 2-2 record, we are goddamn for sure one of the best goddamn teams in this league right now. And I don't know how different to put it, man. This team fights, and now that we have DJ Swearinger on this defense, our defense responds to each other. They feed off of each other. It's different, man. The best play in the game. The best thing that happened in this entire football game. My favorite part of the game. Travis Kelce, he's taunting, and the refs threw a flag, which they picked up. Granted, they picked up the Chiefs penalty for Travis Kelce talking shit and showboating in front of our players and dropping the ball in the front of their face and everything. And then what happens on the next play? Josh Norman lights his ass up and goes crazy after that. He just flat out goes crazy after that. And then what happens the next play? The very next play, they run a jet sweep to the outside, and Bashaud Breeland gets some. Bashaud Breeland levels the shit out this dude. They are feeding off of each other. This is a different team that we've been seeing. And granted, what's his name? Skip Bayless is a goddamn retard. All right, I'm not gonna sit here and give him any credit at all. But I saw Skip Bayless say on his when he was doing the recap of the Monday Night Football game, and he's sitting there talking to Shannon Sharp. He said, out of the first 4 games of the season, the Washington Redskins are probably the most impressive team we've seen. And granted, Skip Bayless is saying this, and he's a goddamn retard. But like I said, I watch 5 games of football each week. All right, I see a lot of football. I've seen a lot of football in my life. And throughout this first 4 weeks, the competition that we've had to go up against, we haven't played any pushovers, man. What was it? The Chiefs, they got to play the Eagles. They got to play the goddamn Chargers. People have had, all the other people that we've played, they've had some pushover games. All right, we didn't have any. We thought the Eagles were going to be a pushover game, but guess what? They're 3-1 right now. They're not a pushover team right now. All right. We had to go play the Rams. They're not a pushover. They've been scoring 40-some goddamn points each week. They just beat the Cowboys. Came back and beat the Cowboys. We punked the shit out of the Raiders. The Raiders went to the playoffs last year. They were looking good this year until Derek Carr got hurt. They're a playoff team, possibly. The Chiefs, 4-0. They're not a pushover team, man. We went into the hardest place, probably like the second hardest place to play football, and shut that goddamn crowd up, dude. We went up 10-0, sacking the shit out of Alex Smith, and shut that crowd up. So, like I said, even though all week I've been pretty goddamn pissed off about some of the calls that happened in this game, but it just took me a little bit of time to sit back and relax and say, you know what? At least our boys are competing. This is not the same Redskins team that we've been watching. The past couple years, we've been seeing some goddamn exciting football. And like I said, I live here in Baltimore, and one of those 5 games that I watch a week is the Ravens, because that's what's on TV here. So I watch the Ravens. And guess what? They aren't good. They are not good. First game, they beat the Bengals. The Bengals ain't good. Second week, they beat the Browns. Browns ain't good. And guess what? All I had to hear all that whole time is, oh, you know, the Redskins lost to the Eagles and we're 2-0 and all. I was like, shut the fuck up, man. You guys played the Browns and you played the Cincinnati Bengals. 2 horrible teams. Let's wait and see what happens when you play a decent team. And I even said that, hey, you're probably going to have to wait until you play the Steelers to see your team match up versus a good team. But guess what? They got destroyed by the goddamn Jaguars 44-7. And then they went and played the Steelers and got destroyed. The score probably doesn't really show how bad they were, but I'm telling you, man, through the first 4 weeks of football, I can't be that upset. This team is now clicking. I'm glad that we have the bye week coming up. Because how many people that came in and out of this football game? We have rookies. We have third-string guys coming in and out of that football game. Martrell Spate was on the ground for how long? I was sitting there watching Martrell Spate on the ground and going, I hope this isn't another concussion. I hope this isn't the end of his career. And this man came back in the goddamn game and played, man. Josh Norman broke his ribs. All reports are saying he wanted to come back in. And they had to make him not come back in the goddamn game, man. Trent Williams went out. He always comes back in. When Trent Williams went down, I knew he was going to come back in. He always does. We had guys coming. we were getting thin, man. But guess what? All of our guys competed. Third string guys in there. Quentin Dunbar was actually making some decent plays. He's like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of worried sometimes when Quentin Dunbar comes into the game. But then sometimes he just makes plays that look so smooth, and you're like, damn, there's something there with Quentin Dunbar. But then sometimes I'm still worried about having him in the game. As of right now, I would want him to trade off 50-50 with Fabian Moreau, because Fabian Moreau is damn pretty good too. But here's a statistic for you. The two games that we lost this year, what do they have in common? Kirk Cousins had the most rushing yards on our football team in both weeks that we lost. We need Rob Kelly to step up. We need Rob Kelly to play through injury. If not, I'm done seeing P. Ryan. All right? I'm done. I didn't like P. Ryan from the very get-go. All right? I didn't see anything there. I saw average. I saw average written all over his forehead. All right? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, we need to win now. We need to win now. We have Mac Brown. This man, how many times do we need to see this guy perform? How many times do we need to see him step up? Why are we not giving him a chance? I don't care. It has to be something that they're seeing in practice or something that we don't see, because every time in a goddamn football game and you give this man the football, he does the most he can with it, with maximum effort. If somehow Rob Kelly cannot go and be our number one guy coming into the 49ers game, God damn it, I better see Mac Brown listed as our goddamn number one running back. I better see that with P. Ryan number 2. I'm done, dude. I'm tired of it. I've been saying it this whole time. I haven't seen what P. Ryan's had 2-3 good runs out of all preseason and now 4 games. Come on, man. We need to win now. And this transitions perfectly into what I'm about to say also. Terrell Pryor. He's not a number 1 wide receiver in this football league. I think he needs to have his. We need to win now. I think he needs to get his reps diminished, and I would rather see Ryan Grant. I would rather see Ryan Grant, a guy who's going to perform in there on the field. Let Ryan Grant see more playtime and take away some of the reps in the game that Terrell Pryor is going to get until Terrell Pryor proves that he can do it, all right? We need to win now. There's only 16 games. Sure, Terrell Pryor might be a number 1 wide receiver in this league soon. It might happen in a couple games. It might happen in the next year. I don't know. But all I know is we need to win right now. So that means I'm tired of seeing P. Ryan. I'm tired of seeing Terrell Pryor drop slant passes for first downs. I'm tired of seeing that. When we flip the script and we see Ryan Grant making touchdown catches for 2 weeks in a row, put the man on the football field. You know? I'm just we need to win now, and it's only our fault. It's only our fault. We have so many people on 1-year deals. Kirk Cousins on a 1-year deal. Terrell Pryor's on a 1-year deal. Zach Brown's on a 1-year deal, I'm pretty sure. We are putting ourselves into a position to have to win now. So me saying this shouldn't be a shocker. Me saying this shouldn't be like, oh man, you gotta give Terrell Pryor more time. You gotta, this or that. If he was locked up for 3 years, sure, give the man his time. If Kirk Cousins was locked up for 3 years and Terrell Pryor's locked up for 3 years, sure, the man better be out there and be getting reps at number 1. But right now, he's on a 1-year deal. Our guys are on 1-year deals. We need to win now. Just like people are going to sit there and be angry at Gruden on 3rd and 2, he called the pass play instead of running the ball or whatever and running the clock out. We need to win now. We won the game. Kirk Cousins threw a beautiful pass to win the game with 50 seconds left in the game. How can you fault? How can you fault him? How can you like? I understand if we did something different, but the play worked out. It worked out. He went for the jugular, and it worked. If goddamn Josh Doxson catches the football game, that's game over, dude. They had 57 seconds left with 2 timeouts, but the difference between what they did when they had to get a field goal versus a touchdown is much different. Our defense would be playing much different. I know some people are going to be like, oh, but look, they only had 57 seconds and they went down and they kicked the field goal and they did that. Yeah, but there's different circumstances when they only need to get a field goal rather than they need a touchdown. That dictates a lot of different shit, all right? It would have been different. We are going to win that football game if Josh Doxson catches it. Now, perfect timing to switch into the penalties and why I'm pissed off. Sure, I'm mad at Josh Doxson. I'm pissed off at Josh Doxson. This guy is a #1 pick. If you want big-time players show up in big-time games. This was a big-time game. That was a big-time play. That was a big-time scrambles, multiple scrambles by Kirk Cousins to win the game. Big-time, beautiful pass to win the game by Kirk Cousins. And Josh Doxson folds. He doesn't catch the football. Now, granted, let's go into this whole penalty thing while I'm pissed off. I'll put it up on the screen here, over here somewhere. How is this not called? Josh Doxson is coming down with the football, and he's getting the man straight getting his eyes poked out by the Chiefs defender. The Chiefs defender is wearing red gloves, and he's got hands all up in the dude's face mask, and we have Bashaw Breeland over here getting a pretty much bullshit hands to the face penalty right on 3rd down, which gave them a 1st down, but on the entire opposite side of the field, Jay Gruden does not make excuses, right? But guess what? I saw him in an interview, and he even said it was a questionable call where Bashaw Breeland got hands to the face penalty over on the right hand side of the field, right? It was 3rd down and like 4 or something, and Alex Smith, he hikes the ball and looks to his left, never even looks over here to the right, throws the ball short. We stop him on 3rd down. They would have had to punt the football. But you know what happens? Bashaw Breeland's hand fighting with the dude over here, and for all I know, the dude slacked his hand up and barely touched it. It's not like he even rested his hand there. It skimmed his face mask. And they throw that flag, and they can't pick that flag up after seeing it had nothing to do with the result of the play. Yet they're going to pick up flags off the ground for Travis Kelce showboating and talking shit and everything. Oh, no, we'll pick that flag up, but you're not going to pick up a flag that had no result in the play? What? Kept that drive alive. They probably scored a touchdown or something on that drive. And then the whole Preston Smith thing, yet again, I'll post a picture here where it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal in the second half of the game, I'm pretty sure. And they call out Preston Smith lining up in the neutral zone or offsides or whatever. Bullshit, dude. Are you kidding me? Instead of, and on that 3rd and goal, we stopped them. They would have had to kick a field goal and tie the game. But no, they get a second chance and they score a touchdown to take the lead in the game. That's bullshit, dude. Look at the picture, dude. Sorry, I can't find it. Look at the picture, man. Does that warrant a penalty to give them a touchdown? Bullshit, man. Even if he's borderline lined up in the neutral zone, look how far off the ball he is. Look, that has nothing to do with the result of the play. How are you going to pick up flags for them but not pick up flags for us? That's bullshit. That had nothing to do with the result of the play. We stopped them. They had to kick a field goal, tie the game, not get a second chance to score touchdowns, man. Like, even on Facebook, there was a Cowboys fan who posted on our shit and was like, yeah, that was an entertaining game. And by the way, the Redskins got bullshit calls on them multiple times in this game. Even a Cowboys fan was like, y'all got some bullshit calls on you. A Cowboys fan. Like, it's just, you can't let the referees do that to you, man. The game shouldn't have been that close, man. We should have just, when we were up 10-0, I knew it was still going to be when we were up 10-0, I didn't think, oh, here it goes, we're gonna shut them out. I didn't think that. I knew what the Chiefs are capable of. But our defense, man, in the second half, they got winded. They were out there on the field way too long because of the penalties that kept the Chiefs going. All right, and sure, we'd had at least 4. We had like straight up 4 penalties that are our fault. Alex Smith's hard count made us go off sides like 4 different times. That's our fault. I'm not gonna be sitting here shedding blame for anyone else. That's straight up our fault. But the way that I see it, man, this football team is for sure one of the best in the league right now. I am worried about 2 things. The 2 things that I am most worried about right now is the 1-year deals. We got to win this year. We got to do something this year. We have to win now. We can't lose these close games. We can't have Josh Doctson not catch a touchdown pass to win the game. We can't lose games this close. We need to win these games. And number 2, I'm worried about injuries. Sure, our defense is much improved. Our defense has been punking teams. Straight up just punking the shit out of teams. The Raiders, first half of this game, I was proud of this defense, man. I was proud of Josh Norman. I was proud of everybody. I was proud of DJ Swinger. I was proud of how our team performed this game. And I was worried about how Kirk Cousins was going to perform because like I said in my last video, I'm not worried about him missing a few days of practice. He's too good for that. I'm not worried about him missing a couple days of practice, but I was worried about him having a child and missing time, or just being tired, dealing with the child, having to probably get on a plane the next day and go travel and go to one of the hardest places to play. Yeah, I was worried about that, and the man comes out and just performs, man. If you have been watching the Redskins and Kirk Cousins be our quarterback for the past 3 years, and you cannot see how good this guy is, you're blind, man. You're blind, or you're just a troll. If there's someone out there who does not categorize Kirk Cousins as a damn good quarterback, I just don't know what to say to you, man. You obviously have been watching the game with your eyes closed. You've obviously, or you're just a troll and you're just trying to get under people's skin. I don't know what it is, but all we can do now is move forward. We got the 49ers coming up. Pierre Garçon is going to be wanting to have a big game. As long as we get some guys back from injuries, I doubt that Josh Norman's going to be back by that time. Josh Norman's a warrior, man. There's no doubt in my mind. If Josh Norman can play, he's going to play. But I don't know if he's going to be making it back in 2 weeks, all right? 3-4 weeks maybe. But I don't see him coming back. But if we have a bunch of other guys that have injuries that get healed up within this week that we have off, man, good. That's what we need. That's the only thing I'm worried about from here on out is keeping our guys. We've through this 4-game stretch, we've proven that we have talent, man. We've got talent up and down this football team. Now, the only thing is we got to keep that talent healthy and only call up to our backups in the worst situations. All right. But man, this defense is different. Even Monte Nicholson, even on that last drive where we gave up the field goal, the one hit that Monte Nicholson had on that dude, man, these guys are flying around, dude. This is a different team for real. I am still worried about the Eagles, even though I think the Eagles had some easier games than we did so far, and they're 3-1, and I still think our team's one of the best teams in the NFL. I am still worried about the Eagles a little bit, just because the next time we play them is in the Eagles Stadium. We need to shut them up just like we shut up the Chiefs. But it's doable, man. And like I said, when it all comes down to it, man, God damn, it's been exciting being a Redskins fan these past couple years, man. With Kirk Cousins as our quarterback, being able to move the football, and now Even a couple years ago, our defense was really bad, but they found a way to get turnovers. That's exciting. We stayed in games. Our team competes now, and sure, we're even if we won that goddamn Monday Night Football game, we'd probably have like one article written about us. People would still overlook us or whatever. But us as Redskins fans, man, how can you be that upset? Like, we've been watching some damn good football the past couple years, and like I said, growing up, I didn't see that shit. I saw a couple good games a year. I saw a couple of stellar performances from Santana Moss, Clinton Portis, LeVar Arrington. I've seen a couple good. I've seen what good football, the chances of a good team, what they might look like. But right now, we have a damn good team, man. Imagine if we had Phil Taylor. Imagine if we had Phil Taylor, and imagine if we had Trent Murphy. God damn, we'd be getting after people, dude. Woo! That would be scary, dude. Straight up scary. But, hey, it's been 30 minutes. I'm sure, like I said, I've been thinking about this all goddamn week. It's a hard loss. It's just because I feel like we best the Chiefs that day. I feel like we were the better team that day, and our record doesn't show it. So that's why I was upset, all right? But you got to look on the brighter side, man. It's only looking up for this team. As long as we get healthy, we got the talent. Everyone knows it. Anyone who's played us, anyone in the NFC East, they know it. That Cowboys fan who commented on our post, he knew it. He said he watched the game. He said he was entertained. He knows. He knows when we play them what we're capable of. I'm sure he's worried about us. So, that's it. I'm sure I'm probably forgetting some things I've been thinking about all week to say. But thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to do my best to get back to you guys in the comments. I appreciate all your comments. You guys have been going off in the comments. And it's just been hard for me to find time between work and school now. But I'm going to try my damnedest to get to your guys' comments, man. I do appreciate everything. I do appreciate you guys watching. It's exciting, man. I don't know what I'm going to do for this. We got like a week off, man. I'm not sure. I'll come up with something to make a video about. You're not going to not see me. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Hail to the Redskins.